What's up guys? So today I'm going to show you how I made this. So what actually brought me to the idea was a previous project I did, which also tried to do this, but it didn't work out that well. And I found this sample from Cymatics. And I really liked that, so I was feeling kind of it was just really soothing, and it's lo-fi, and I was like, yeah, I managed to do happy hardcore actually, and I didn't really plan on doing happy hardcore. That's just what came of it, because the melody was so happy. So what I did first, after choosing my sample from Cymatics, I also chose, which was in the same pack actually, a drum beat, which goes like this. I didn't want to choose anything that it was too crazy. I just wanted something chill that isn't too hard hitting in the beginning. So the build-up is more dramatic. That's what my thinking was, at least. And I also added this. This sound really adds the magic. Just floating around, it makes everything sound so... It's such a detail that makes it, that elevates the track a bit more. So this is the first build-up phase, I guess, where the melody gets introduced, and the melody sounds like this. Of course, with a filter on it. Then we also have the bass here, and the bass, in my case, I actually added some delay and some reverb on it, and I know I'm going to burn in hell for this, but I also liked it. You have a few risers, nothing special. You also have these. Next, I also added another part of a different lo-fi sample, which sounds like this. Because I wanted to have kind of like a pad in the background, and this sound fitted perfectly. I also have this, which is another vocal chop. I kind of liked how it filled out the background, so it's really subtle. Down here we have our main vocal, which is this woman. She just sings around in the background here. And here we introduce the main melody with all the background voices. I know it sounds crazy, but it fits the sound really well. To make the chords stronger, I also added, I was being sneaky here, I did this. Just added some white noise to make it more punchy. In between there's always the woman who just fills the silence. And we have the same bass as before, actually a bit different, the bass. I split this notes and made it a bit more driving. And I also added this waspinator, which is Hamor, on top of it to make it more interesting. So down here I actually automated the reverb myself because I don't really want to have it automatically ducked, because I feel like this is the better way to do it. And the reverb and the delay comes up every time my chord doesn't play. So for the second part of the build-up, we still have our crashes. We have the lo-fi melody from the beginning coming in again. We have some claps, some downlifters, and again our second cymatics lo-fi melody, which acts as a pad. And then I also made the melody build up, just chopping it. This is basically all risers, and you also have the vocal chop that I added before. And then here at the end I also added more intense claps and snares. This part at the end I changed the speed of it a bit, so it makes these triplets. I'm sorry, I'm not that fond of music theory. That's basically the build-up. And for the main drop, I also added another layer of white noise. Here we have our kick, and when it's in its full glory, it sounds like this. We are introducing our main bass, reverse bass thingy, and it sounds like this. Personally, I'm not too pleased with this sound now that I finished it. I think I could have done it way better, and I really like the melody, so I might do a full track of this. I feel like this could be a full track. Down here we have, which is what I added to make the kick more punchy, which is a hit of a different kick. Of course, we also have these fillers. You get the point. When I listen to Happy Hardstyle, I always feel like there's always something happening. I didn't want to have a lot of silence in it, so I filled everything up with vocal chops and stuff. Here at the end of the first half of the drop, we add some effects. Here, for example, this one. And I used it twice. And then also this one. So a dubstep screech. I also added another hardstyle kick here to make it more interesting, to switch it up a bit, and it sounds like this. Next we have a second part of the drop, which is basically almost the same, except for these down here are now different, different hits. So every melody here is different from the next one, and I just put slight variations in there to make it more interesting, because my focus for this track was to make it interesting, because sometimes I struggle with keeping things interesting. Yeah, so that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned, because I'm going to release my next song sometime this week. So see you then. Bye.